Shri Guru Vaishnavam Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagama Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajiva Satoritam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Deva Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitam Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Śrīmad Bhaktivedanta Swami Namine Namaste Sarasvate Devi Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyadi Pachadya Vishwarane. So, I am most fortunate indeed, because here I am, a contaminated rascal, drowning in the modes of material nature. The Prabhupada said, anyone who preaches it will be purified, so I have some hope. And get here today to get purified. And those who inquire, we hope there'll be some questions, they will also be purified, and those who listen to the questions and answers, they will also be purified. So actually, by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, we are all most fortunate today to be engaged here in Vasudeva Katha. So let's do it, let's dive in the ocean of Vasudeva Katha. And those interested in understanding transcendental subject matters in the goal of life must approach the going right spiritual. So here we were drowning in the ocean of misery, and then Prabhupada came, 26 seconds after, and he set up shop, and by hearing from him, inquiring from him, we became purified. The original boys and girls became so purified that they went out on Prabhupada's order, and those who preached to, they became purified. And those who preached just went on expanding. The beauty of it is there's no potency lost. There's no potency lost. It's not that the hearers of the hearers, their speaking become less potent. Anyone who purely follows the instructions given by our beloved Founder-Acharya, His Divine Grace, Om Vishnu Paramahamsa Parivajaka Asitaras of the Śrīmad Bhaktivedanta Swami becomes empowered. It's called Krishna Shakti. Anybody who embraces this mission in their very life and soul, they are blessed with Krishna Shakti to spread this movement to others. That's why we have the 10 events. The 10 events is getting in the way of that pure Krishna consciousness. So the kicking out these 10 offenses, magic happens actually. You become mystical. What can happen when one purely fully preaches, giving out these 10 offenses? Prediction Maharaj is surrendering to the right personality, Shivani goes along. So it's very important, surrender to the right personality. Surrender to the wrong personality, you're in bad shape. It's like all these bogus gurus, teaching Mayavadi philosophy. I got submitted to one guru. I had to pay money for my mantra. He charged initiation fee. Can you imagine? Initiation fee? Talk about bonus. You pay your initiation fee. Now you can become enlightened. You're paying your initiation fee. So I got my mantra. I was hanging my way. like an airplane going to the moon, like waiting for takeoff, right? Flying, no liftoff. Flying, but when I got this mantra, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare lift up. Even got him a person who's not a devotee, someone who appreciated the power of the mantra. Some friend of mine, some hippie friend, he appreciated the mantra. He thought it was really powerful. He thought this mantra could bring peace to the world. He had faith in the mantra. So even getting it from a non-devotee who had faith in it, I got the potency came through. So this mantra is so wonderful thing. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everything is there. Everything is there. Krishna is there. Radharani is there. The gopis, the gopas, the cows, the calves, the peacocks, Jamuna, Govardhan, the whole spiritual sky is all packed up in this Hare Krishna mantra. Prabhupada is there also. Prabhupada's pastimes, 26 Second Avenue, 518 Frederick Street, London, everything, Vrindavan, Mayapur, it's all there. You can actually go to Vrindavan and Mayapur just by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Actually, the whole spiritual world is right there in our heart. The whole devoted Vrindavan is right there in our hearts, you see. And this mantra is the key that unlocks it. Get back to being who we actually are. See, right now we're trying to be what we're not. That's why we're suffering. That's why we're so miserable. That word miserable is actually quite interesting. Miser. Miserable. Because we're miserly, we're miserable. Miser means he's trying to enjoy. Who cares about anybody else? I just want to enjoy. He doesn't give a damn anybody else. He wants to have his own pleasure and that's it, finished. So miser means miserable. But we're actually not meant to be happy individually. Like a hand is not meant to enjoy the food individually, separately. So we have to come back to our loving relationship with that amazing person who's all powerful, all beautiful, all famous, all knowledgeable, all loving. Get back to the loving relationship. That's why we exist. That supreme person is an independent enjoyer. He doesn't need anything else to enjoy it. He can enjoy Atman, he can simply enjoy all by himself, but to expand his enjoyment, he emanates an unlimited number of living entities in himself for the sole purpose of enjoying loving relationships with them. So we exist for the sole purpose of having a loving relationship with Krishna. Like a fish is meant to be in the water, we are meant to be in a loving relationship with Krishna. So any intent to try to be happy separately from that, it doesn't work. I don't care how much good karma you may have, you become powerful, famous, rich, beautiful, whatever. We can never, ever, ever become happy in this position. They say in Spanish, no es posible. It's not possible. We cannot enjoy separation. We can try and try and try and try and try. We will never be successful. We may think we'll be successful, but I think, I sink. So we're out of sync. We're not connected with Krishna. So we got to synchronize ourselves to get back to this amazing person who wants to have, he wants our love. Krishna desires our love. Each one of us, he wants our love. That's why simply giving him things without love doesn't satisfy him. When you give me a leaf, a flower, fruit or water with love, bhaktya. He doesn't need your leaf. He doesn't need your flower, your fruit, your water. He wants your love. See? These things are vehicles that enable us to give our love to Krishna. So, how do we do that? We don't even know what love is. We're so dull-headed. But by St. Prabhupada's example, we learn what it means to give love. Prabhupada by seeing Prabhupada, the devotees could see, oh, this is what it means to give your love to Krishna, you see. By Prabhupada's example, Acharya, he teaches by his example. He teaches by his words, and it's by his example also. So seeing how Prabhupada is giving his love to Krishna, they say, oh, wow, Swami, you see how Swamiji is speaking, and feeling, and doing everything. They were amazed seeing Prabhupada's activities, his consciousness, his feelings. They could tune into that and say, this Swamiji really has to be into something. It's amazing. Let us learn from Swamiji how to be like Swamiji. So the devotees, they learn how to love. We never knew how to love. We didn't know what love was even. When we speak of how to actually love, we didn't know how to do that. But Prabhupada showed us the way, and then others who knew not feeling love to Prabhupada, we saw them giving their love to Prabhupada, and that inspired us, you see. That's what God needs. I was attracted to Krishna consciousness, but just congregation member. Not one of those initiates. Yeah. But then we got one record album, came from Apple Records, the Radha Krishna Temple album. And those London devotees, Jamuna, Gurudas, Mukunda Janaki, Malati Shamlasundar, they were singing Gurvaska. Samsaradava Navadida Loka Chanaya Karyuna Gana Ganam Vraptashakalyana Guna Mande Guru Shri Chadanada. They had so much love, you could feel just by hearing their voices, you could experience what they would get a little taste of what they were feeling. The love they had for Prabhupada was amazing, just hearing their voices. When I heard them singing on that record, I mean, wow. The tears came streaming down the face, and I was thinking, wouldn't it be beautiful if I gave my life to Prabhupada? So now I'm never one initiative, not just a congregation member. I'm going to go all the way. You know. So it was wonderful, isn't it? We actually give your love to Prabhupada and the devotees of Prabhupada, and the devotees of the devotees, the devotees of the... It becomes a wonderful experience. And Prabhupada is so amazing in his ability to reciprocate. It's actually amazing. I many times explained that Prabhupada treated every single devotee as they were the most special devotee. An amazing quality to love every single devotee as if they were the most special devotee. I had that experience in Los Angeles after the Bhaktivedanta 71. I was just Dr. Steve from Texas. And anyway, the wonderful situation, Prabhupada would come back from the morning walk and we'd line up along the sidewalk. See, Prabhupada's quarters were on the side of the building up the stairs. So he would get out from the car and then walk along like this in front of the temple building. So we'd all line up along the sidewalk, and every devotee had a flower. And Prabhupada had a basket of flowers. So every devotee got to have their own one-on-one with Prabhupada. Just imagine it's you and Prabhupada for that 3 seconds. It was you and the whole world was just you and Prabhupada having a loving exchange. Can you imagine? Get a video of that. It's me and Prabhupada having our own one-on-one with each other. So you give Prabhupada a flower, and he gives you a flower. I was about number 3 in the line. Vishnu Jana Swami was first, he got a hug. I was one of his men, so I felt like I was getting a hug when he got a hug also. So Prabhupada comes down the line, exchanging flowers with me, boom, boom, boom. And I explain it like this. When you can actually see Prabhupada standing in front of you, I call it drinking Prabhupada into your heart through your eyes. Of course, you even do this for the deity, the same thing. But especially when he was there in his actually Bhakti form, it was really powerful. You could drink Prabhupada into your heart through your eyes. So he finished the line of flower exchanges, and he was walking along in front of the building there on 37 Vatsika Avenue. He was walking in front of the building, and I decided I wanted a good darshan of Prabhupada after he came by. So I got up on the steps, and I was looking at Prabhupada as he came by. Just taking the darshan deep, deep, deep. And Prabhupada looked up at me. He saw one devotee who was not in the flower queue. It was wondering, did he get a flower yet? He was Prabhupada saying, he held up and said, get a flower, this body language. Did you get one yet? Like that. And I held up, yes, Prabhupada, I got one. So it was amazing. There's so many devotees there. For Prabhupada singing me out of the whole crowd to make sure I got my flowers. So this is the quality. And I was just the rank and file bhakta, and I didn't appreciate it. Wasn't a leader, wasn't a sannyasi, wasn't a temple president, wasn't a big, nothing. Just a nowhere man. But Prabhupada looked up to me, looked up at me, wanted to make sure I got my flower. So this is the quality of Prabhupada. He had an amazing ability to give love like you never tasted in your whole life before. And when you got that, when you understand how much Prabhupada loved you, then you want to reciprocate. So that's how this movement got off the ground. That loving reciprocation. The knowledge was there, and then the practical application of the knowledge. Practical application of the knowledge. So, one time I heard the philosophy, you shouldn't love the devotees to your men. Somebody said you should only love Krishna, you shouldn't love the devotees. And I thought, that doesn't make sense. You should not love the devotees, only love Krishna. What? But as a young bhakta, I couldn't say anything. But then the nectar of instruction came out. But the loving extension, yeah, I knew I was right. But the green tea. Yeah, you're supposed to have loving relations with the devotees. Yeah, I knew I was right. It's so nice, You can talk about Krishna. Maschata bhagata pranam paraspram. Dasamaya devotees well in their lives to surrender and they derive great satisfaction and bliss. Tashnanti taramantishah. By enlightening one another and conversing about me. What to do? Well, you can talk about Krishna. You're with some devotee, what should we do? Television. Let's talk about Krishna. We have there's unlimited things to talk about Krishna, unlimited pastimes, unlimited characteristics, so many verses, and there's so many things we can discuss. We have enough to do. We can call on 24 hours a day for all of eternity, sharing our realizations about Krishna. What did you realize about Krishna today, Prabhu? What's your latest realization about the process of bhakti? So we can have so many nice conversations, husband and wife, God-brothers, God-sisters, and God-sisters. We can have so many nice relationships, putting Krishna in the center. And this verse says, it purifies the speaker, the inquirer, the listener. So you say, well, why become purified? One outsider may ask, why should I become purified? You think I'm impure? You Hare Krishnas are talking about becoming purified. You think I'm impure? Yeah, we are impure. It's a fact. We are very, very, very impure. Lust, anger, greed. Our impurities have kept us rotating through these 8,400,000 species since time immemorial. Impurity. Like a dirty mirror. You can't see a very nice reflection through a dirty mirror. So we are contaminated with all these things, and now this is the process of purifying the mirror of the heart. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Your name, fame, foreign pastimes, devotees, knowledge, everything. Everything, Krishna, 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 24/7. The moment you wake up, the moment you go to bed at night, when you're brushing your teeth, shaving, combing your hair, whatever. Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. You got to Krishnaize every nanosecond in your life. Completely drive out all the dirt by putting Krishna. The beauty of it is, you don't have to just think about removing the dirt. Just put Krishna in there and the dirt automatically goes away. The Mayavadis, they want to get out of the dirt in 18. But they can go on, what is that sloka? They can go on for millions of years trying to deny, never actually get there. Never actually get there. The prime is the tip of the toe of the lotus feet is achieved by the yogis who go on this way, who aspire after the transcendental to take themselves to pranayama, and Adhikari who go on speculating on the absolute truth for thousands and millions of years. So this process of just trying to nati the dirt, that's not effective. Even their process to get rid of the dirt is also dirt, because they want to become God, you see. So the process is Krishna consciousness, bhakti rasa. That's the process. You just try to awaken your dormant feelings of love for Krishna. It's already there, you see. We're actually already pure devotees of Krishna. It's just covered by this contamination trying to enjoy separately. We already have pure bhakti within us. It's not something artificial you have to add. It's already there. You just got to bring it out again. You're actually a pure devotee of Krishna. You're actually an associate of Krishna in his transcendental pastimes. You already have that identity. You just got to come back to it by getting rid of all the tendencies to enjoy separately from Krishna. So these Prabhupada has given us a wealth of things you can do to come back. The Mangal Arati, the Tulsi worship, all these things. Guru Puja. When I joined, there was only Mangal Arati, no Tulsi worship. But then new things, Tulsi worship. He had Govinda Dasi in Honolulu learn how to cultivate the Tulsi, and then Tulsi was spread all over. There's no Tulsi plants when I joined. And then another thing, a couple of years later, nothing but introduced Guru Puja. So Prabhupada, even one way there was no Mangal Arati also. Prabhupada introduced something and gradually. So we can actually come to the transcendental platform. Prabhupada gave us so many wonderful ways to come to the transcendental platform. He introduced the nectar devotion, that was a new thing. And Prabhupada said, read it regularly, repeatedly. He said, read the nectar devotion. He gave us so many wonderful tools of coming back to our actual identities. In the beginning, Sankirtan meant Harinam Sankirtan, but then book distribution became the number one Sankirtan. So Prabhupada introduced all these wonderful things that just flood the whole world of Krishna consciousness. By Prabhupada's mercy, actually, the whole material world will become delivered somewhere down the road. It's predicted. The Chaitanya era goes on for 10,000 years. Prabhupada explains that the 5,000 years into the Chaitanya era, the whole world will become Krishna conscious. It gradually increases, gradually. The middle of it becomes completely Krishna conscious, and then gradually it taper off again. The full-fledged Kali Yuga will come in and be savages in the forest. Cannibalism. Somebody invites you for dinner, you're the dinner. Come over for dinner. And then Kalki will come and start in the new Sacha Yuga will come. You can wipe out all the Rakshasas, bring in the new Kali Yuga. So anyway, this verse says, the speaker, when it was questions, so y'all have to ask questions. We have to make this verse practical, so now there has to be questions also. Otherwise, we didn't really fulfill the purport of this verse. One who asks questions, so you have to ask questions. Somebody has to ask questions. Who wants to start it off? Yes.
Hare Krishna Gurudev, thank you for the nice class. You were talking about how we have to Krishnaize everything. So, about Krishnizing. So, how do we do it in our daily interactions, in our normal daily activities?
Well, the first point is you have to desire it. I desire it. If you think, I desire to become a pure devotee, get rid of all the dirt within my heart. The first thing is desire it. And if you actually desire it, Krishna will know you desire it. He will help you. My dear Krishna, please bless me. I become completely pure. With a special mantra for you. You know the mantra? Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Chant with feeling, not mechanically, begging Radha and Krishna to bless you with pure devotion. So if you actually desire it, then it will naturally come. And the nectar devotion gives all kinds of instructions how to do it. So that's why Prabhupada repeatedly read the nectar devotion. That will give you the practical tips how to actually become purified. And at the end of the nectar devotion tells you what it's like when you actually get there. It's amazing. The end is the last half is amazing. When you actually come to that level, what can be the experience? The first half is how to do it. The next half is what will happen when you do it. What will it be like when you actually do it? So does that answer your question?
Basically, with the daily interactions with people, there are so many material interactions that we usually have in our daily life. So how do we have Krishna always in those interactions?
We're having so many different interactions with materialistic people throughout the day. So how to remain 24 hours pure in consciousness?
Well, there's three different types. There's people who are more advanced, you take shelter of them, you learn from them. Those who are equally advanced, you befriend them. And those who are less advanced, you give kindness and mercy. So we absorb the mercy here in the temple, and go out there to our job and try to distribute the mercy. And the more you give, and another point is the more you give Krishna, the more you give Krishna. So whatever you can do, just like my godbrother, one of my godbrothers, he's working one of these suit and tie corporations, Burroughs Corporation in Detroit. So he put a Bhagavad Gita on his desk. And one of the workers, Randy Meyer, said, "What is that? Take it and read it." That Randy Meyer couldn't read about us. Just by putting a Bhagavad Gita on his desk, he made a devotee. So if you're out there interacting with people, you take every opportunity to connect with Krishna. Bhagavad Gita on your desk, or wearing tilak, for example. Whatever you can do to bring Krishna consciousness into your normal world and activities out in the material world, do it. Be aggressive a little bit. Actually, Prabhupada said a Krishna conscious being is always thinking and planning how to deliver all the suffering humanity back to Godhead. So go out there as a mood of aggressive mood of pushing for a movement everywhere you can. Everywhere you can. It's really amazing, you know. Just like yesterday, we took a walk to a lake, and some people walked by, and I said, "Hare Krishna." And they repeated, "Hare Krishna." They said it back. I said, "Hare Krishna" back. They said, "Wow, this is pretty cool." "Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna," they replied. So they just chant Hare Krishna. You'd be amazed if you say Hare Krishna to people, what can happen? Hare Krishna. So good morning. Or you can say good morning, Hare Krishna. It'd be amazing what happened. We just try to be a little aggressive. Push for a movement in your normal activity. Just I gave the example many times. I was working at MCI Telecommunications. It's a one of those knowing telemarketers. Trying to sign up people to switch from Southwestern Bells to MCI long distance. You know, you were born with tilak, you know, you hide your neck beads, go out there and get hired. You know. So I said, enough of this undercover stuff. I want to be out front. One day, I went, the neck beads were showing with tilak on. Now I had a guy named Terrence Washington. He was the leader of our team. There were about 20 workers, 20 telemarketers under him. And his duty was to fire us up to get more sales. So the more we made sales, the more he got a commission off of our sales. So he was very motivated to get as many sales as he could out of us. So that day when I wore tilak, I would sale after sale. I was Billy fired up. I was selling like crazy. The end of the day he said, "Mr. Bridge," my car name is Bridge. He said, "Mr. Bridge, I do not know what that is on your forehead, but now on you must wear it every day." So, you know, be a little fired up. And we're supposed to revolutionize the whole world. We're in the mood of taking over the world for Prabhupada, isn't it? So be aggressive. What's the harm of being a little aggressive, you see? And you'll be amazed what can happen if you be a little aggressive in every situation. Even on the elevator in Kuala Lumpur, I said, "Allah Akbar," some Muslim got near my elevator. "Allah Akbar," why not be a little aggressive, you know? really pays off. You'll be Krishna conscious and you'll be surprised what will happen. You'll be a little aggressive in pushing forward our movement in every situation. Next. Yes.
Hare Krishna, Srila Gurudev, Dhanabari Pranam. In the Bhagavad, it says that since Krishna consciousness movement is full of Vasudeva Katha, anyone who hears, anyone who joins the movement, and anyone who preaches will be purified. So, one thing that's common there is the process of hearing, in terms of joining, hearing the Katha and being part of the Krishna consciousness movement, because we talk about Krishna. Can your grace elaborate the importance of hearing and how to develop good habits around hearing?
Hearing is the whole thing. Transcendental sound vibrations unlock your actual divine consciousness. You have sleep vision. Transcendental sound vibration. It's like, for example, the Prabhupada gives. If you're bitten by a poisonous snake, there's mantras that actually counteract the influence of the poison. You can actually be free from the dying from someone who knows the mantras perfectly can actually chant a mantra to free you from dying in the effect of a snake bite. So we're bitten by the snake of Maya, and this Hare Krishna mantra cures us from this snake bite. Okay? There's great power liberating us and liberating every living entity in all material existence. Even Govinda-dasi, there was some little bug, and Prabhupada said, chant to the poor creature. So these bugs, the little bug is our little brother. Why not say Hare Krishna for the little bug benefits? Are you going to say Hare Krishna without Shri? So it's a very powerful thing, this Hare Krishna mantra. Benefits anyone who comes in time with it, even a tree or a bug. Does that help a little bit?
Yes, Shri. Yeah. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Yes.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you. You mentioned how when Prabhupada was here, he could reciprocate with everyone accordingly, with love, you know. So you said that that's what attracted so many people to the movement. And how can we improve our loving exchanges with the devotees?
Try to always be in the mood of helping and serving everyone. Prabhupada was about Vaishnava. We have to deal with about Vaishnavas also. Always wanting to serve and help, and always trying to help and try to do everything I can to help facilitate everybody else's Krishna consciousness. Always try to be a servant of all the devotees and all living entities by trying to facilitate their Krishna consciousness. Is that up a little bit? Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Srila Gurudev. In the purport, the last line, he says, anyone who hears. The second phrase, he says, anyone who joins the movement.
Yeah.
So, what does it mean that we join the movement? In the sense, there is an official way we can join the movement, like we progress to the initiation and we join. The other way is like we join in the heart. Like if I compare Srila Prabhupada, he joined his Guru Maharaj in 1922 when he met, and he took it to his heart. And officially he became initiated in 1933. So there are two ways to join the movement, like formal and informal. So what does it mean? Here Prabhupada is saying that when someone joins the movement.
Let's say I join, but I don't hear. I don't want to hear any classes. I join, but I don't want to hear. No, but it actually means, join means to connect. A joint means the two things are connected. A joint. So join means joint. You're actually connected. So joining the movement means you hear and you chant. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu. So join means when you actually hear, you chant, and remember, that's joining the movement. Of course, there's formalization also, form of shelter, initiation, second initiation. There's different formalities, but the real essence is you really join. I mean, we have sannyasis that left the movement, for example. Did they really join? You see, they did, but it wasn't a very strong connection, for example. But joining means pakka join, very solid connection. You really join, you'll never leave. Those who left, they never really fully joined. You actually join this movement, really join it full sense, you never ever leave for all eternity. That's what it really means to join. Yes, Myra.
That's an interesting concept, isn't it? Because Prabhupada says even if somebody touches a book, they get a benefit.
They join some. In one way, they join by touching the book also.
Yes. So joining is connection, but it can be on a very broad spectrum of engagement. But I think the principle is however you join, you benefit. I had a question or just a comment. When I joined the temple, I saw all of the devotees as pure devotees. But then after a while, I discovered that some of them are quite eccentric, or even just plain crazy. And that was a challenge. That was a major challenge. Because not everybody was like Prabhupada. Yet they were still devotees. And they represented a range of devotional characteristics. So it can be quite... one devotee who's still a devotee used to always say to me, "Hey honey, are we going to go back home, back to Godhead in this lifetime?" Always, I think he still asks me the same question. Are we going to go back home, back to Godhead in this lifetime? And I've been saying to him, I hope so, for all these years, right? So I guess the question is, how do we adjust to that very broad spectrum of engagement in devotion, where not everybody's like Prabhupada, but yet they're all devotees. And sometimes, there are devotees who we might think, ooh, okay, I need to keep away from this fellow, we need to keep away from this guy. And there are others who obviously have to be engaged with.
A lot of people want to get away from me also in the old days. So we're proud of the ability then.
Present company accepted.
What's Krishna's viewpoint?
So
how does Krishna see it? How would Krishna see this? How would Prabhupada see it? Prabhupada is with all these nuts. And he's very kind of different, this kind of nut and that kind of nut. He deal with all. So we have to see Prabhupada move and try to be in that mood. Being very kind and accommodating all kinds of varieties of eccentric nuts or whatever. He's trying to be in Prabhupada's mood. How would Prabhupada see this? How would he deal with it?
He made a really nice fruit cake.
This kind of fruit cake. There's so many different varieties of nuts in it. The Buddha is a very loving person. He wanted to give kindness to everyone. See, that's the good bottom. And the more you give, actually, I had a realization the other day. We all want to be appreciated, but I want to be appreciated. Everybody wants appreciation. That's a natural, our false egos always want to be appreciated. So the real thing is, the more you appreciate others, this devotee, this quality, that devotee, that quality, if you can learn how to see the good in every single devotee and appreciate every devotee, actually you become appreciated automatically. The more I appreciate, the more I become appreciated. So we don't have to struggle for appreciation, just to be very good appreciators, appreciating this type of devotee, that devotee, millions of varieties of devotees. Appreciate everyone. There's a spark of devotion within everybody, because everyone's a devotee actually within their coverings. Learn how to appreciate the good qualities in every single devotee, and that will bring magic in your own life, and it'll be a great lesson for them as well. If somebody actually appreciates this quality, others may not appreciate them, but you actually come to that point of appreciating all the devotees. That will very, very impactful. That will have a very powerful impact on the whole movement. The whole movement's successful, actually. Isn't it? Anything else? Anything else, Prabhu? All right.
Just talking about the join and connection. Sometimes, we hear people say, I feel connected in the heart, I don't need to follow the process.
Sahajya. Yeah, that's Sahajiyas, and they think, well, I'm sure I'm a gopi, and so I don't have to do anything. I'm already a gopi, spelling some gopi ball going on in my heart. Who needs the process, for example? This means they're living in a dream. Something they've already realized. Prabhupada made it very clear to me. He told me my desire to be a successful preacher. He told me all material desire is zero, and then he said, "Whether you could be like that." He told me, "You're not like that. You want to be a big successful preacher? Well, you have to be free of all material desires." Actually, come to that position, and then he challenged me, "Whether you can be like that." He let me know, "I'm not like that. I'm not like that. I'm a contaminated person. I'm not the big preacher I want to be." Yeah. And whether you can be like that. He told me very clearly, "I'm not there yet." So the more you can feel you're not there yet, the more you're actually there yet. The more you can, the great acharyas, the Adhikaris, feel that they're the most fallen non-devotee in all of existence. So the more you can feel you're unqualified, that's your qualification. The more you think you are qualified, that's your disqualification. You see, isn't it? So the more you think you're a big shot, the more you're nowhere. The more you feel you're nowhere, the more you're a big shot.
But then how do you, explain to them that they have to follow the process because they're not really connected?
Well, it's a matter of philosophy. Are they initiated?
Just a general question.
They don't need it?
No, not initiated.
They don't need it because they don't require it. They're already beyond that. But do they accept Krishna's instructions in the Bhagavad Gita or not? They don't need Krishna's instructions either?
They're just coming to the temple and we ask them to chant, and they'll say, "No, come to the programs here," and they'll say, "No,
How would Prabhupada deal with them? Be very kind and accommodating. Some nights you come to the temple, and it's so wonderful you're here. We really appreciate having your association. Be very kind and accommodating, encourage them, whatever level they're on, encourage them on that level. Don't say, "Well, you're just a rascal and a fool." No, encourage them at what level they're on, encourage them to do service on that level. And by that service, they gradually become purified. Yes?
Sometimes not preaching is the best preaching.
Yeah, that's right.
And say, "Here's a cauliflower pakora and some chutney.
Yeah.
Have that."
Sometimes non-preaching is very good. Sometimes non-preaching is the best preaching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just make friends with people.
Yeah, that's right.
And our company and our association changes them because your demeanor is, "I'm here to serve Krishna." And you don't have to say that. That's already accepted. Because you do that, or we do that, people come here and they say, there's something about this place. You can't find it anywhere else. I don't know what it is, but I like it. So, one of the most inspiring quotes I've heard this year was in Mayapur, and Bhaktivedanta Swami said in class, preach, and if you have to, say some words.
You have to what?
Say some words.
Oh, that's a good one. The devotee actually preaches by his example. One who sets a great example can actually give the whole world a blessing. Whatever a great man does, the company will follow. Whatever standard he sets by exemplary acts, all the world pursues. So just by even not preaching, you're preaching by your example. You can make the whole world Christian just by giving a perfect example. Krishna said. So, be a sadhu, be a saintly person, always appreciating everybody, level them on, appreciate the curves and whatever level them on. Anything else? Yes.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Maharaj, you mentioned in the class also like we don't have to be miser, so it means we have to spread the movement. We should be involved in preaching as we are discussing. But the question is like, how do we understand we are qualified when we have so many anarthas in our hearts? So what is the qualification to be a preacher?
By not changing the message. As it is. Like, what's the qualification of being a postal worker? You don't open up the letters and add something and subtract something. Be an honest worker. Whatever Krishna says, that's what you say. Whatever Krishna is saying, you don't add to it, subtract from it, keep it as it is. That's the qualification. Be an honest representative of this knowledge.
But when we are representing, it's a big responsibility. Like we are discussing about it, people get impacted when we are not behaving in an appropriate way as people expected devotees to behave. Because we also carry anartha and dirt in our heart. So does that create impression in the other people's heart also? Like,
so if we should be acting inappropriately, like as the devotees, we have still have to.
If you're following a regular principle, you're a good example. No illicit sex, no beating, no intoxication, no chanting Hare Krishna. If you're doing these things, you're a very good example for the whole world.
thank you.
Back there.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Alright, I'll speak to you. Go ahead.
Thank you. When I read Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, I see at the end of the chapter, some of the chapters, it says, anybody who listens to this with faith will surely attain me. Now, I'm still going with the question. So, does it mean that devotees who read Śrīmad Bhāgavatam with faith but are not necessarily initiated through the process will also attain Krishna?
Well, once anybody who reads these books, he has initiated his process back to Godhead. He initiated his process back to Almighty God by reading these books. Initiate means to begin. There's two different meanings. There's formal initiation, but initiate also means begin. Anybody who touched these books has already initiated once. Initiated his pathway by touching one of Prabhupada's books. So there's different meanings.
When I said initiation, I meant formal initiation.
Even before formal initiation, if you're serious about being Krishna conscious, you can act as a representative of Krishna. Absolutely. I know, look at my example. I got the mantra from the person who was not initiated. He wasn't even a member of ISKCON, but he had faith in the mantra, and I heard it from him, and I began my spiritual life by hearing from a hippie friend of mine the mantra. So my whole life turned around. Even for a person who's only part of this company, the faith of the mantra. So it's amazing what can happen though if you're actually serious about self-realization. How you can have an impact on other people just by your own sincerity and your dedication to the process.
Thank you, Prabhupada.
And back there. In the back.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you so much for the wonderful class. My question is, you were talking about desires, and we said that we should have desire only for Krishna. But being Grihastha, when we are in Grihastha ashram, most of us here are Grihastha ashrams, so we are forced at times to have material desires because we have to run the show, right? So in that process what happens is we become a Mishra Bhakti, that Anya Abhilashita Shunyam, that stage looks very far-fetched for us at this point of time. So we cannot have any desires which is away from Krishna, exclusively. How do we deal with this kind of situation? It looks like we will end up dying as a mixed devotee. Mishra Bhakti.
Everything you're doing engaged in Krishna's service. But why do you have to have any contamination in your activities? Why? You're eating, you only eat prasadam. What's the contamination problem? What are you doing that's impure? Is there anything? What is impure that you have to do? You're forced to do. Is there anything impure you have to do? You have to drink liquor. You have to eat meat.
No. None of those things.
What's the impurity? What's the impurity problem, Prabhu? Sometimes engage everything in Krishna service. Prabhupada said a Krishna conscious businessman can aspire to become the wealthiest businessman in the whole world. So his business becomes bhakti. So engage everything in Krishna service. What's the difficulty? What is the difficulty?
Maybe at times we take some decisions for our children which are not Krishna conscious. We have to tell them, no, you take this particular course, you do this. Or even when we are working at our corporate offices, we have to join some office parties or some things which are not Krishna conscious.
Krishna is the office party. Bring a nice prasadam cake. Krishna is the office prasadam party. Make it a prasadam party. Wherever you're going, Krishna is it, you see. It's like flying on an airplane with a bunch of karmis, you know. Be Krishna conscious. Wherever you are, be Krishna conscious and spread it as much as you can. Prabhupada also was working, he had a pharmacy. He was selling medicine to karmis. But he was also Krishna conscious, so if Prabhupada could do it, we can also do it. He can run a pharmacy selling medicine to karmis and be Krishna conscious. We can also do our normal activities, business, whatever, job or whatever, and be Krishna conscious. And the kids, best thing is to have a Krishna conscious school. It's like we were in Vrindavan, they have an amazing Gurukula. We recommend send your boys to Gurukula in Vrindavan. It's amazing. It's just an amazing atmosphere. They have a temple far away from all the cities, out in the countryside, all the way from Hong Kong, and it's a beautiful countryside. Beautiful, just all countryside all around, a beautiful temple. They're getting a whole university there, Krishna Conscious University. And they have hundreds and hundreds of boys there, and they have kirtan, and they also do sports also, because Prabhupada played sports too when he was before. So everything can be Krishna conscious. We should have Krishna conscious kids school for our kids also. Now they go to Karmi school. You need to go to Karmi school, then you have a nice program at home to make them Krishna conscious before they go to school. Then chanting japa, have kirtan, make a very nice atmosphere in their home. The kids will become devotees. If you have the sincere desire to be Krishna conscious, make your family Krishna conscious, make the world Krishna conscious, Krishna will help you, facilitate you, and empower you also. simply meant a desire. If you desire to be a pure devotee instead of pure bhakti, you'll be amazed what can happen. You say having faith in the process, the desire to push toward this movement in every situation, you'll be absolutely amazed how Krishna will reciprocate with you. Krishna is there, and you are there, he wants that reciprocation with you at every minute. So go for it. He's waiting for your love. Give it to him fully, 24/7. You'll be amazed what happens to your life. Guaranteed. Okay?
Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Anything else? Yes.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. I've got two questions, Maharaj. First is, I'm actually very much touched by the pastime that you mentioned. When Prabhupada came, he was there, then he hugged Vishnujan Maharaj, and because you had so much love with Vishnujan Maharaj, you felt that Prabhupada hugged you.
Yeah, appreciating the story which you told that you had this pastime with Srila Prabhupada, that Prabhupada embraced Vishnujan, and you felt that love also.
So just thinking on this, and because so I was just thinking that how can I always remember that and be grateful to the people who have helped me in my Krishna consciousness journey.
Well, beg Krishna that you can feel that way. My dear Krishna, right now I don't have enough appreciation for the devotees. I take them for granted. So please help me. I got this crippled, miserly mentality where I don't really love and appreciate the devotees like I should. So ask Krishna to help you, and he will. Krishna says, you're my devotee, you're not my devotee. If you're a devotee of my devotee, then you're my devotee. So beg Krishna, my dear Lord, I don't feel to be a devotee of your devotee, so please help me from this miserly, selfish mood where I don't really appreciate the devotees. Please help me to love the devotees. Krishna will love you, and for doing that, and help you do that. Beg for it. Beg for it. Beg for it. Intensely beg for it. You'd be surprised what can happen. And another insider secret is Prabhupada told us on Radhastami. Try doing it through Radharani, and its ability becomes powerful. Because say, my dear mother Radharani, please bless me that Krishna, tell about Krishna to me that I want to become appreciative of all the devotees. You know what Radharani would do? Prabhupada said, if you approach Radharani, she will tell Krishna, here's this devotee, is a better devotee than me. Radharani would say, if you approach her with all humility, Radharani will recommend Krishna, here's a devotee better than me. Oh, a devotee better than you, Radharani? Let me hear how I can bless. So try approaching the Radharani. Actually do it every day. Hare Krishna. Approach through Radharani. Try praying through Radharani. You'll be really amazed what happens then. We have beautiful Radharani right here. You can talk to Radharani and tell her your problem. And ask her to give Krishna's special mercy to help you become the lover of the devotees. Does that help a little bit?
Thank you, Maharaj.
Is that it?
One more question, Maharaj.
All right.
But Prabhupada also mentions in regards to the devotee association that when, or it can be even for the family birth, family life, or within the friends, devotee friends, that if you have a center one, then if you keep Krishna as a center, there won't be a problem. No, that because you have a one centered life, Krishna centered life. But sometimes
like in marriage life, the husband tries to be the center, the wife tries to be the center, so much fight. But if the husband and wife both put Krishna is center, then be a wonderful, peaceful marriage, for example.
That's right. But sometimes we see that even though the center is same, sometimes it can be because of the services also, because both want to serve Krishna, both parties want to serve Krishna. It can be the devotees in the temple, or it can be at home, right? No? So center is one still because they want to serve Krishna better, so there is a lot of problem. So the Krishna kind of seems like becoming a problem.
There's still problems in relationships, is that what you're saying?
So when you have both parties has Krishna in the center, but still can happen quarrels.
But because they're not fully Krishna-centered yet. They say there's so-called Krishna-centered and there's real Krishna-centered. So we haven't really fully mastered the art of being Krishna-centered. That's the problem, Prabhu. We're not purely Krishna-centered yet. We're kind of Krishna-centered, but not fully Krishna-centered. That's the difficulty. So we have to be fully, purely, absolutely Krishna-centered, and all the problems are gone immediately. Because we're not fully Krishna-centered, that's why we have problems and conflicts. We're going to relate within ISKCON also. Because we're not fully Krishna-centered yet. We're trying to get there, but we're not there yet. We're going to keep trying, and we'll get there. We sincerely try to be Krishna-centered in everything, in every thought, every word, and deed, every deed. That will bring it to that point where the atmosphere, the whole world will become transformed. The whole world will become transformed. Become purely Krishna. Even one, Prabhupada points out, even if one person is purely Krishna-centered, by his influence, the whole world will become Krishna. Even one person it takes to be purely Krishna-centered, the whole world will become Krishna conscious. But that one person's influence. So let's all try to do it. Let's try to be, instead of being semi-Krishna-centered, let's be actually Krishna-centered. And the whole world will become transformed by that. Do you believe me or not?
I believe you, Maharaj.
But Prabhupada said, I can share the purpose.
No, I believe you, 100% I believe you. So what is... just trying to think that generally devotees' life is centered around Lord. Even if they go to work, like that the answer you gave to Prabhu, that you can try to make your work Krishna-centered. So generally devotees' life is like this, Krishna-centered. So where is this, how we are lacking in this, becoming this Krishna-centered life to semi-Krishna-centered life? Generally our life is centered around Krishna.
You want to know how to go from semi to purely Krishna-centered? Is that the question?
How do I know is it semi at the moment?
How to know if it is full? I have a full.
Well, we're not there yet. Just understand, you're not there yet. I'm not there yet. We're not there yet. I'm not there yet. You're not. We're all not. None of us are there yet, as far as I can see. None of us is fully there yet. According to Prabhupada's purport, any one of us was fully there yet, the whole world will become Krishna conscious. I don't see even one of us is fully there yet in our own movement. That's my vision. I hope I haven't offended anybody, but according to Prabhupada's books, if even one person comes to that position, the whole world will become Krishna conscious. So I see many devotees sincerely working for that, and I worship them and follow their feet and beg for their mercy. There's so many devotees sincerely striving for that. And the very powerful preachers also. I follow their feet and beg for their mercy, but we're still working and coming to that position. It's called Jagat Guru, actually. Prabhupada calls it Jagat Guru, who makes the whole world Krishna conscious by his purity. Prabhupada is there, but I don't see any of this in Prabhupada's level, not even one of us. Many are sincerely trying and getting closer and closer every day, but I see only one Jagat Guru, that's Prabhupada.
But that makes me think of then Ritvik is right. If that is the case, then how we are, if none of devotees in our movement are pure devotees, then probably Ritvik is right, because they're saying only Prabhupada is a pure devotee.
Actually Prabhupada said they're all pure devotees. All the devotees. He said all the devotees are pure devotees, but there's different levels of purity. Anybody who's chanting their rounds and following the principles are considered a pure devotee by Prabhupada in one sense. But there's different levels of purity. There's 80% pure, 90% pure. There's different levels of purity. Understand?
What is our hope?
Huh?
What is our hope?
Prabhupada's mercy. Prabhupada's mercy is our hope. You beg Prabhupada's mercy, we sing the prayers in every day. We beg Prabhupada's mercy, and those who are purely representing him to the sincere best, they're also blessing his Prabhupada's mercy. So, our hope is Prabhupada's books. Prabhupada is personally present in these books. Just like I was pointing out to Montgomery the other day, many devotees were getting so much personal association with Prabhupada day in, day out, and they left the movement after he departed. But those who learn to connect with Prabhupada by instructions, you see, they have an advantage. And when Prabhupada left, they still had Prabhupada like I did before. who have very little personal association, even no personal association, they were connecting to his Vani, to his teachings. And for them, the departure made little difference, because they were already connecting with Vani before, and they continued connecting with Vani. So Vani is, we have Prabhupada's association just as much as we had it just as much when Prabhupada was physically present. We have that same quality, that same quantity, that same intensity of association is right there in these books. If you read these books every day, if you're very busy, even one page every day, much time it takes to brush your teeth, you can read at least one page of Prabhupada's books. So you take these books very seriously. Prabhupada has come, he's willing to give you his blessings, and Sangha, he's fully there in these books, even one paragraph, even one word. Seriously read these books every day, and magic will happen to your life, I guarantee you. What book are you reading right now?
I'm reading Bhagavatam right now. Śrīmad Bhāgavatam.
Oh, very good. So take this reading of Prabhupada's books very seriously. Prabhupada will be right there with you. Understand Prabhupada is fully present, and beg his mercy. Please let me understand and fully implement what you're writing about your Prabhupada. You can talk to him. He's right there, he can hear you, he can reciprocate with you, and just beg for his mercy. And you'll be amazed what happens to your life, and the whole world changes. Your vision of the whole world will be transformed. And Prabhupada told me, he said, now he must become qualified to see Krishna face to face. That's where this process will take you to where you actually see Krishna face to face, eye to eye. That's where it will take you. You go deep enough in this process. You see Krishna. Like seeing you can actually see Krishna face to face, eye to eye. You go deep enough. That's a guy. You gotta go deep, deep, deep. You can overcome all the impurities that have been keeping us entangled for millions of lifetimes in this cycle of present. Isn't it?
Seeking your blessings.
Yes. Anything else?
It's time to go. The next one.
This is the last one, another program. Okay, the last one. Do another program.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you so much. Maharaj, as you said that we have to become devotees of the devotees, please Krishna.
Otherwise Krishna won't accept us.
What I have observed, especially in my life, that sometimes I'm trying to be good devotee of devotees, and I'm doing that. But then I don't have taste for Krishna as such, like
don't have like for Krishna?
I don't relish deities, kind of, I'm happy to serve devotees, and I get taste in that.
Why don't you talk to Krishna about it? My dear Krishna, I don't feel that connection with you. I don't relish your darshan. I don't relish your holiness. Talk to Krishna about your problems you're having with him, and he'll reciprocate, help you out. My dear Krishna, I have no taste for your name, no taste for your darshan. Please help me, my Lord, out of this deluded, fallen position. Krishna will help you. He wants to help you. He's been waiting for you to ask for help. Now you do it. Ask for help. He will help you. Actually, Prabhupada told us that they opened the Krishna Balaram temple. If you have any problems, talk to Krishna Balaram and they'll help you out. Prabhupada told us, talk to Krishna, tell him your problem and help you solve your problem. He told us that. Gornitai or Krishna Balaram, you reveal your problems to them and help you solve your problems. So talk to them about it. Gornitai or Krishna Balaram, talk to them and they'll help you out. They're waiting. When that day comes, they'll ask me for help. Waiting for you to reveal your heart to them. Okay, that's it. Thank you, brother. Thank you all for tuning in. Take this process seriously. Your life will become abundantly sublime. Absolutely guarantee it. Thank you very much. Who wants the garlic?
Shri Sankarshan Adhikari Maharaj ki
Jai.